Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
Hello, this video will provide you a line-by-line explanation of the poem And Death Shall Have No Dominion, written by Dylan Thomas. First of all, let's have a brief introduction to the poem. And Death Shall Have No Dominion is a three-stanza poem by Dylan Thomas, first published in May 1933. Although it lacks a unified rhyme scheme, the poem employs a refrain and a lyrical language reminiscent of the Romantic era. The title is derived from Romans, the sixth book of the New Testament, referring to the resurrection of Christ and the idea that death has no ultimate control. The poem explores the idea of death's power over humanity and the resilience of mankind against it. The poem suggests that despite death's strength, it cannot control everything. Instead, humanity can unite in moving towards the next world. Death, rather than dividing, brings people together equally. The later part of the poem emphasizes the bravery and strength of individuals who stand up against death's power, enduring torture and the destruction of beauty without breaking. Let us now look at the poem. Stanza first. And death shall have no dominion. Dead men, naked they shall be one. The first line serves as a refrain and is repeated throughout the poem. It is a powerful declaration that death will not have ultimate control over humanity. It challenges the traditional view of death as the absolute end, or emphasizing the enduring spirit or legacy of those who have died. The word dominion refers to power, control, or rule. The second line provides a potential explanation for how death diminishes power, expanding on the idea introduced in the first line. Naked implies a stripping away of everything, physical possessions, social status, even the body itself. In death, everyone becomes equal. The word one is essential because it suggests that although individuals die, they become part of a larger whole, such as a spiritual realm, collective unconscious, or the natural world. These two lines express the idea that death can take away the physical body, but it can't touch the spirit, memories, or the connections that bind us together. It might even unify us in the end. With the man in the wind and the west moon, when their bones are picked clean and the clean bones gone, they shall have stars at elbow and foot. The line, with the man in the wind and the west moon, evokes mystery and vastness. The man in the wind and the west moon are symbols, not real people. Wind symbolizes the spirit or soul, unseen but always present and moving. West moon usually represents decline or death, but here it could symbolize a new beginning or transition to another state. The next line is blunt and graphic, emphasizing the complete decay of the physical body after death. It highlights the temporary nature of the physical form. This line contrasts with the previous one. Stars symbolize eternity and the vastness beyond our earthly existence, while elbow and foot suggest peaceful rest surrounded by the cosmos. These lines suggest that after someone dies, a part of them remains. They become part of something larger, maybe even the universe itself, represented by the stars. This connection to the cosmos goes beyond the limits of the physical body. Though they go mad, they shall be sane. Though they sink through the sea, they shall rise again. Though lovers be lost, love shall not, and death shall have no dominion. These lines use strong paradoxes and vivid imagery to convey the speaker's belief that despite hardship and loss, there is a lasting essence that goes beyond death. The line, though they go mad, they shall be sane, suggests that even in moments of madness or chaos, there is an underlying truth or order. Madness may be temporary, and sanity may eventually prevail. The next line evokes the image of someone drowning, but someone rising again, symbolizing renewal or rebirth despite destruction or despair. The line, though lovers be lost, love shall not, recognizes the pain of losing love but suggests that the essence of love itself endures. The feeling of love might go beyond the loss of a specific relationship. These lines convey hope and resilience. Despite hardship, loss, or madness, there is a belief in something enduring, a force that helps us overcome and even rise again. Love, in some form, also surpasses the loss of a specific relationship. Ultimately, death's power is limited. Look at stanza 2. And death shall have no dominion under the windings of the sea, they lying long shall not die windly. The first line, repeated throughout as a refrain, emphasizes the poem's core message. The power of death is limited and cannot ultimately control the human spirit. Next line introduces a new image of the dead lying beneath the ocean's waves. The word windings suggests the currents and depths of the sea, creating a sense of mystery and vastness. Next line describes the state of the dead under the sea. Lying long suggests peaceful rest, maybe even eternal sleep. In contrast, divinely implies a noisy or chaotic death. The speaker suggests that those who lie beneath the sea will not experience this kind of death. Instead, they might experience a peaceful and serene death. These lines reinforce the idea of death's limitations. Even those beneath the sea, often associated with death and oblivion, are not entirely under death's control. They might experience a different existence, a peaceful rest that goes beyond the physical world. Twisting on racks where sinews give away, strapped to a wheel, yet they shall not break, faith in their hands shall snap in two. These lines describe brutal torture methods and the speaker's belief in the enduring spirit despite such suffering. The line, twisting on racks when sinews give way, describes a terrible torture device called the rack. It stretches the body until tendons and ligaments tear. Strapped to a wheel. This might relate to another torture device, the breaking wheel, where the victim is crushed or shattered on a large wheel. Yet they shall not break suggests incredible physical and perhaps even mental resilience. The line, faith in their hands shall snap in two, introduces the concept of faith. Even if the body is broken by torture, the speaker believes a deeper faith will remain unbroken. These lines reinforce the poem's central theme of death's limitations. Even the most agonizing physical torture cannot break the human spirit or extinguish their faith. The poem suggests that even in the face of unimaginable suffering, something within us endures. And the unicorn evils run them through, split all ends up, they shan't crack, and death shall have no dominion. Unicorn evils is a complex and symbolic phrase. The unicorn might suggest something unexpected and rare, while evils signify extreme pain or suffering. Run them through emphasizes the intensity and penetration of this suffering. Split all ends up is another powerful and disturbing image. It suggests complete destruction or being torn apart in every direction. The phrase shan't crack means despite this extreme violence, the speaker insists they shall not crack. This again emphasizes the incredible resilience of the human spirit. The repeated line, and death shall have no dominion, emphasizes the poem's core message. Even horrific suffering can't break the human spirit, and death's power remains limited. These lines create a powerful and disturbing image, highlighting the resilience of the human spirit in the face of extreme suffering. They contribute to the poem's message that death's power is limited and something within us goes beyond physical destruction. Look at stanza 3. And death shall have no dominion, no more may gulls cry at their ears, or waves break loud on the seashore. The first line is repeated throughout. It is a powerful declaration that death won't ultimately control humanity. Gulls cry is a sound often associated with the sea and the natural world. Here, it represents a sensory experience the dead can no longer have. Their ears emphasizes the physical aspect of hearing that is lost in death. Waves break loud is the sound of crashing waves, which is another element of the natural world the dead can no longer perceive. The seashore is a place of connection between land and sea, often associated with life and beauty. The dead are separated from this world. These lines evoke a feeling of loss and separation from the beauty of nature. They remind us of the limitations of the physical body, even in life. However, they don't contradict the poem's central theme. While death may take away our physical senses, the core message remains: death's power is limited. We believe a flower may a flower no more lift its head to the blows of the rain, though they be mad and dead as nails. In the first line, flowers symbolize beauty, life, and growth. The phrase, may a flower no more, suggests that a specific flower that once existed is now gone, possibly due to death or destruction. It could also represent a general loss of beauty, life, or growth in a particular place. The next line continues the focus on flower. The word head personifies the flower, giving it the ability to lift its head. The word blows suggests a harshness or even violence against the flower. The inability to respond to the rain emphasizes the flower's lifelessness. The use of they is ambiguous and could refer to the flowers or the people who have died. Mad suggests a state of chaos, confusion, or even anger. It adds complexity to the concept of death. Death as nails is a strong simile, emphasizing the complete and utter lifelessness of they. These lines convey a sense of loss and the powerlessness of death compared to the natural world. Even something beautiful and life-giving like a flower cannot resist death's touch. However, the ambiguity of they in the last line allows for further interpretation. It might not just refer to flowers but also to the complexity of human experience in the face of death. Heads of the characters hammer through daisies, break in the sun till the sun breaks down, and death shall have no dominion. This line, heads of the characters hammer through daisies, suggests that the heads of people are like hammers breaking through the daisies. It evokes an image of vitality and power. The next line suggests that these characters continue to exert their will and energy under the sun until even the sun itself ceases to exist. Next line is the refrain of the poem, repeated throughout. It means that death will not have control or power over these characters. They will continue to live on in some form, defying death's dominion. These lines create a complex and thought-provoking image, suggesting a connection between the dead and the natural world and the vastness of time. While the physical body may decompose and even the sun will eventually break down, the poem emphasizes that death's power is not absolute. The refrain, returning at the end, reinforces this central message.